One of the things that I was excited to talk to you about is you take a more spiritual approach to this type of counseling and to your work in general. So, what made you start taking this spiritual approach? And why is it different to some of the traditional approaches that in mental health? What's different about it?
Then I started to notice that there were some really distinct ways that trauma and even spiritual warfare started to intersect with one another. And I remember I had one client in particular that was really grieving his mom and the loss of his mom. And
Mm.
his question to me was, how do I contact the dead? And I'm thinking, oh boy, what have I got myself into here? And of course, I didn't want to create a stigma for him or create shame for him in any way. So I just stayed in the clinical lane of what does that loneliness do for you? What is that void still creating for you, a thirst that it's not quenching? And then when we started to address that and we started to close up that gap, spiritual things just started to happen for him in general. And he initiated the conversation without any knowledge that I was a Christian. One of his closing statements to me was, I'm ready to invite God back into my life. And so I just started to see how the trauma wound closing
Mm.
also closed spiritual wounds too.